නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. Good evening to everyone. Once again, welcome. So we call this is as a Mettā gathering. So I named it as a Mettā gathering. So today we will know more about what does it mean Mettā. Of course, you know, like the words translations, so-called loving kindness. Many of us know about it. So the Pali term, the classical terms, now you know that the loving kindness concept is of course coming from some kind of a spirituality. So what is the words that use in a spiritual background or in some kind of like so-called Buddhism or any kind of Hinduism or any kind of yoga practices? So the term is metta, okay? And now we have some questions like we as Buddhists understand the human is a person is the combination of mind and body. Okay, mind and body. So if we take ourselves, or if somebody asking who are you, so very Buddhistic ways, the combination of mind and body. And of course, this mind and body can be elaborated more. For example, 5 aggregate, 12 dhatus, and 80 dhatus, ayatanas, like that. So last time I said already in the Roga Sutta, there is sutta called the Roga Sutta, or otherwise called the Sutta discourse on illness. Okay. So in this discourse or sutta, so what does the sutta means? Sutta means discourses. Okay. So sutta means S-U-T-T-A, sutta means discourse, the teachings. For example, sutra, like sutra. The sutra is in Sanskrit, sutta in Pali. So usually for the convenience, we always say the sutta. Like, for example, somebody will say according to this and that. Okay. So when we talk about the Buddhist teachings, most of the time we say, okay, according to this sutta, according to that sutta, okay, according to the Buddha mentioned in this sutta. So there is sutta, so-called the roga. Roga means illness. So we talk about like there are two kind of illness. That is the kaika roga, that means physical illness, and chetasika roga, mental illness. Now we also discussed like, okay, somehow we go through these two kind of sickness, right? In the same times as the sutta discussed, there are some people we can find that who are healthy physically for a long time, for a certain time. So they are very healthy. They are really, I mean, they don't have to visit the doctor. So, okay. So likewise, we can find the people who are really healthy for a long time. But the sutta said it is very difficult to find the individuals except or those who are enlightened. Okay, they already gone beyond these problems, but who are not enlightened yet. Okay, all those beings are suffering mentally each and every second. Okay. So there's one aspect. And now another aspect is sometimes some people may say, I mean, somebody was asking me like, why Buddhism always talking about like, or you may thinking like, why we always talk, okay, do that, not to do, don't do that. Okay, cultivate your mind, try to wholesome, about the unwholesome, something like that. So someone will think like, why you always advise? This is not actual advice, it's like reminding, kind of reminding. Why? As we say, the suffering, our mental suffering is always there. But sometimes, of course, we don't recognize it. Sometimes we suffer and we think this is happening because of someone or something. Okay. And that's why For example, anger, like, so I'm angry. So when we angry, or there is a like anger is going on in our life. So most of the time we happen to think like, okay, this is because of that. This is because of that person, or because of that things, because of this, unfair things. How can this happen? Why people can do like this? Right? We always think like that. So most of the time we don't see uh, what is going on in me. What is my observation about that particular things? Somehow, I mean, we are not fighting. We never get angry saying that I was wrong, so I'm getting angry. We don't say like that, right? I'm angry because this and that person did so. Yeah, this person did me so and said so and make this kind of thing. So how come? Eh? Sometimes, so for that we have a lots of like conditions, like a lots of list, like complaints, a kind of. But Buddha said, Akkochimang avadimang ajinimang ahasimi. That means if somebody thinking, oh, this person beat me, this person said me this time, this person, they hate me, this person uh, said about me like this and that way. Actually, there's more hate is increase in our life. So, but we don't see this as a suffering. Now you see, if we anger, it is not the someone that we angry at that he's suffering. It's actually I. As I said last time, like hole in the fire. Yes, that means this kind of energy, that's energy. Anger is a kind of energy, but negative energy, right? Somebody will say, well, it is positive. If we don't engage it, we cannot be done the things then to be done. Okay, so that's why they make some kind of logic that. But overall, actually, these emotions or feelings is really something harming us and harming others, and is destroying our peace, happiness, plus our spiritual growth. So that's why we need to see, we need to have a clear pictures about those emotions. Now the question is, so what I can do about it, and why I should do it, and at what point I should do it. So regarding this, let me ask, like today's discussion is will be the metta, loving kindness. So that means like taking care of ourselves. Metta, we'll talk about it actually. You will see loving kindness and compassion, right? You have a lot about the metta and compassion. Metta is usually about ourselves, and compassion is mostly about after generating kind of self-compassion, then we think about others. Oh, maybe this person going on through like this same suffering. I can see. So let me do something about. That is how the Buddha activated. I mean, the Prince Siddhartha in his previous life, he went through lots of suffering, and then he saw that, oh, this endless suffering. Yes, I'm enjoying life, this and that, but somehow ultimately they are suffering. But due to ignorance, we don't see these are the suffering, and then we continue it. Uh, so we have to have the wisdom to see those suffering as suffering. So Buddha seeing this, then he got enlightenment. Then he realized, oh, not only me, these all sentient beings are suffering. So I must help them. That is like compassion. So that's why compassion means karuna. Karuna means compassion. So compassion is like, it says like a kind of, trembling in our heart, like a kind of heartbeat when we see someone is suffering. So that is called a compassion. Then, for example, after saying, yeah, please have a seat. Yeah. So after we see someone is in suffer or dangers, what we do? If we can pray for them, we do it, or if there is anything that we can do for them, we try our best to do for them, right? So compassion is something like having metta or developing metta within oneself with that experience, or taking oneself as an example. Then he say, oh, maybe that person also going through this kind of suffering, so let me help you. So that's called the compassion. That's called the compassion. Now, why we need to take care of ourselves? First question, why? And when we need to take care of ourselves? When means, I mean, here I want to say particular, like, why we need to take care of ourselves before it's too late. Before too late. Okay? Because sometimes we happen to see the life in excitement. Everything's like the movie, so nice, so good, so great, so um, pleasant, but we don't see the real nature of that pleasant, I mean, that the scenery, the situations. And then somehow we follow it, and after some time we see, ah, yeah, I made a mistake, I should not follow this like this. But that is too late. Sometimes there are so many stuff already done. And the third question is like, so am I late? Like, oh yes, you know that, okay, there's somehow I had, or we should take care of ourselves. This question is like, why we should take care of ourselves, first question. And second question is when, or like, what is the time to take care of myself, or when I should start taking care of myself. And third question is, yes, I know somehow knowingly or unknowingly some mistake is done, but am I done there? Can I go from there? So these three questions. So I'm not going to answer this question directly, but through our discussions, we will talk these three questions again and again. Then try to yourself to pick up the question, sorry, answer from the discussion. Okay. What are the questions? Why we need to take care of ourselves, and when. Okay. So when we need to take care of ourselves. And so again, like at some point, if you see, yes, there's some mistake I have done, but is there any way that I can overcome this? So for Rabbi, I will say we need to take care of ourselves because we are suffer. We don't see we are suffering. We will see that we were suffering or we are suffering, but it will take time. But before that, I mean, before too late, we have to start it. How to start it? Like this. It says, listen, discuss, read. Sunata, Dharata, Charata. There is, like as we discuss in the Mangala Sutta, the 38 blessing suttas, they are talking about like the first among these 38, one few aspect of our happiness is like we have to listen time to time dharma. What we have to do? Listening to the dharma time to time. Okay, that is also why, because we should know, we have to find out the way how to take care of ourselves. Okay, because otherwise we don't know. So that means through the listening, through the discussion, through the reading the dharmas, we can get a pictures, or we can have a tools to find out what's going on right now. And with that, that means with that understanding, that is like right views or like wisdom, then we will see this is why I need to take care of myself. Plus, uh, this is the point where I need to take care of myself. And if I have done something mistake, knowingly or unknowingly, for example, in the Dhamma Pada, okay, Dhamma means the Dharma, Pada means words, the words of the Dharma, okay, the book's text name is Dhamma Pada. The teachings of the Buddha also sometimes name it, the book's text name. So there is one instance it says, knowingly or unknowingly, we may done something wrong, but at some point we realize it, because we do the wrong when we have, I mean, we don't have really clear understanding about that or situation, or we are not that much matured, we can say, like ours, or we don't have that much experience. But once days goes, months goes, years goes, then we come to certain level where we see what is right, what is wrong. Okay, that's why last time I also said, like, the people who walk this path, especially the senior, we have to follow them, we have to listen them, because they are not just there, they have crossed this path this time. So we can listen to them, we can talk to them, and we can get some experience to them. So with that understanding, oh, I realize, oh, knowingly or unknowingly, I make some mistake. Okay, but this is a time that I see, oh, those are the mistakes. though I didn't see this is the mistake that time. So the moment we see where we made a mistake, from that moment, actually, we can overcome from that mistake again. So I mean, from that moment, we can, the turn to the right side. Okay. So saying that, would like to talk about the metta. So metta means, again, as I said, again and again. So this is about, let me see if I can open. But I don't see whether you will see if I open it. Sharing. Yeah. Can you see some words? Okay. Yeah. And it's too close. Okay. Maybe I make like this. Okay. So somehow, so the question is like why we need to take care of is actually because, as I said, uh, we have to save ourselves from suffering. Okay, that's the first thing. So in very short, very simple ways, like why we need to take care of is like, I don't want to be suffer, and I want to be happy. I want to be peaceful, or I want to be like relax my life. Okay, there's a very simple answer, right? But when we do so, we have some difficulties. I mean, the moment I realize I need to take care of myself, there is a lot of challenge. And how we take care of ourselves is, most of the times, I mean, the one and only way is, the very practical way, very spiritual ways to do meditation. Because yes, we help others, we do the something, this and that, but we really don't see what makes me suffer. Did you get it? I mean, it's like, as I said, there is two world, external world, internal world. We will really see what make me suffer is when we enter to our internal world. Internal world cannot see with the open eye. You will see now you are looking at me or the screen, this or this. You really don't see what's going on within you. Like, is there any difficulty to breathe in, breathe out? Is there anything itchy? Is there any suffering? Is there any bad moments coming? You don't see it. But the moment we go to meditation, then we'll say, oh, sometimes you will see some positive energies coming, and sometimes negative energies coming, sometimes bad memories coming, sometimes good memories coming, sometimes so many things happen. Most of the time, we will see what makes me difficult. Now, for example, I need to do meditation because meditation is so good, so nice, but I can't do it because there are so many other things are coming and disturbing me. Why? Because those are already stored, so-called the karma, so-called the sankar, habits. So it's not easy to, take off all these things one by one. Sometimes you may not happy with your meditation because how come I spend 1 hour, but I really don't feel any peace. That is your suffering actually. So you have to see that mind or that mental state or that mental thoughts or that so-called mind setting with another mind setting. Why I'm feeling like that? So that means we have to see ourselves with another self. So sometimes you can create like another self in front of you, just looking at this self. Or in other way, like it's like the CC camera, like observing what's this person doing. But it's not about the physical, it's about the mental. So it's like you observe what's happening in your mind, what's happening in your thoughts. Okay. But when we try to do that, we have a lots of difficulties. So in the Visuddhi Magga, that is called the Visuddhi Magga means, Visuddhi means purification. Magga means path. So there is one text, it's called the path of purification. The text name is Path of Purification. I think I have given the name also in the, not here, in the, I think the handouts that I shared today. Did you get handouts all? Everyone get the handout, that one? Of course, there is not this one. That is like the not printed. It's like the soft copy. Yeah, maybe we can share it later. Yeah. So this one. So we have the books named like the Visuddhimagga. So in the path of purification is pointed out 10 difficulties that make us always obstacle to see ourselves. That means to meditate. Now, these 10 actually mostly about the monastic members. Yes, mostly about the monastic members, but they also can be applied for our lay life, our day-to-day life. For example, 10 obstacles are, yes, the word is here, Visuddhimagga. You see, the Visuddhimagga. So, avas, that means dwelling, the house. Like, so how can dwelling make us, obstacle? Because don't you think the house is making obstacle? Now, that remember that, for example, if you are really want to do some kind of spiritual practicing, you want to go somewhere else. I mean, for you want to go to retreat, but who will take care of your house, right? So that is the way. Here is about like the monks. For the monks, if you want to do the meditation, so he had to take care of his temple, right? So I have to appoint someone. I have to send someone to take care of this. For example, this center. If somebody, all of you want to go somewhere the retreat, you can't go, right? There should be someone who take care of it. Of course, there will be someone who will kindly take care of it, right? Yes. So another one is ropes. So here rope means monks rope, but now we can see our daily needs. There are clothes, this and that, arms, food, and like senas and like also a kind of lodging. So that means also kind of dwelling places and the things that we need in daily lives. For example, in here is about the parikar that means necessity for the monks. But for example, like I have to take my phone, my computer, my charger, everything need to be taken. But they are really sometimes disturbing us. But it's made difficult, like to say, you, well, how can difficult this is? I need the things, that why I take it. It's not disturbing me. But actually, they are disturbing. If I say, okay, don't have to bring anything, you just come and here, everything will be provided. Very nice, right? I don't have to bring anything. So very good. And there's a karma. What karma, not karma. Like if there is something that you not finished yet, so there's some work that need to be finished. But with that mindset, it's very difficult for us to do meditation because once I go to, as I said, once you close time, you will remember. Oh, I forgot that thing. I think I should do that one. Okay, right after this, I will go and do that. So the good way to remember what you forgot, I mean, you already forget, and like it's like a kind of meditation because once you close eye, you will remember. There's a nature actually, and sometimes, oh, I had to text that person. Oh, I forgot to call back him or her. Oh, I forgot to send them emails. So all this can be remembered actually when you do meditation. But remember, in meditation, these are the obstacle. These are disturbing because those are coming and you follow them and you don't know where it's end up. Okay. And the last one, another one is the relatives. I mean, it's good to have the good friends, nice things, but some things like if there is uh, more than its needs, like for example, someone is very sick, you have to take care of someone, you can't go, right? Because there's someone who needs your help actually. If you are not there, there is a problem for that person. So it's also obstacle actually. It's also a kind of obstacle. The roga, sickness. If you are sick, if I have the difficulties to do sit properly, breathe in properly, and if I have difficulties to like sit in for long hours, we really can't. You see now when we need to start it. Yeah, we need to start it before it's too long. Okay. Yeah. And then Ghana group. Also, like again, like group here is also like you really can't go with many people. Sometimes you need to walk alone. A few days ago we had a discussion, then there someone said me like this a woman, she's really success. She's really, very well done in her job, careers, money wise. Um, there was a case, just I heard it. So it's nice, good, great. But somehow there is a kind of feeling like there's no time for herself. It's just she doing the jobs, business, taking care of others, office works, administration work, all lots of things. And he doing that all the things, but somehow they make her kind of suffering inside, like feeling I'm missing so many things. The counselor was asking, so what makes you happy? He said, oh, if I can walk to the temple, and if I can walk to through the like beach, if I can walk through the the forest, and very simple way. But you see, she is a very big person who have everything that need to have as a play person, but they're really not making herself happy. But of course, there's a different cause and conditions should be. But what I want to say is sometimes the happiness is found not in the big achievement, but a simple way we can find. But we have to have the eye to catch those things, to grab those ideas. Okay. And the next one is Dhamma talk or Dhamma discussion. Here it is like mostly about the monks. For example, if I keep doing this kind of discussion and not doing meditation myself, do you think I will be liberated? Do you think I will be liberated? Yes, I'm so kind. Somebody will say, ah, kind, nice, good. You are sharing Dharma. But one day, I also need to go through. I'm also in the samsara and I also need to liberate it. But at that time, if I keep doing like this, can't. So that's why at some point, or we also need to have spiritual medicine. We need to take, just go alone. There's no one, just you there. That's why monks go for retreat sometimes. So this is actually retreat time. During retreat time, as Buddha said, also need to share more dharma. That's why as a part of it, we are doing this. Okay? Okay. And okay. So I'm not going to take say all these things in short. What is the metta means? Is like translation is the loving kindness. Okay, so this is like about a love, well-being, goodwill towards ourselves and plus others. Okay, and this is also in sutta is in teaching itself the Brahma Vihara. Brahma means divine. Okay, divine. So why? Because there are some qualities the divine beings are processing for what? Kindness, compassion, empathetic joy, and equanimity. In other way, we say metta, karuna, mudita, upekka. Okay, I have given the upekka. So these are the qualities, four qualities that divine being processing. Plus, even it says also parents. Brahmati mata pitaru. The parents are equal to divine beings. Brahma. Here Brahma is difference. The Brahma we see in the Hinduism. Here Brahma uh, is the is a divine beings and is the kings, uh, and he possesses these four qualities in the same way, and there is no differences uh, like this part, this group, that group. There's no differences when the divine beings is spreading the metta. In the same way, a mother's also sending the metta, loving kindness to their children without any kind of hesitation. So that's why the parents also actually Brahmati Mata equal to the divine beings. Okay. And yeah, so in the sutta it says, Mettaja sabbalokasming manasang bhavaya aparimana. That means one should develop unlimited mind of loving kindness towards all beings. So, as we said, metta start from oneself, and it's ending to the someone that you like, and like someone that you really don't like. Then that someone is very neuter, and then it goes on like that. And finally, all sentient beings. We will come up there. We will have the some 6% towards whom we need to send metta. Okay, so here is like metta, loving kindness should be developed for every sentient beings. And it started from whom? It started from you. How? We will see here. Okay, who should be the first? So towards whom we should, the send the metta. Okay, I mean, where we are going to start the metta. Whom? to whom first that we need to send the metta. So it is, let me tell you one story for this. There was a prince, okay, princess, a prince, yes, Kumar, who is a prince. He went to the temple and he had a very like friendly monk, a monk who is very friendly to him. Then he was asking, so I need to do the meditation, metta meditation. So can you tell me how can I start it? Okay. Then the monk said, okay, you can start doing metta from the person that you like most. Okay. Metta means what? Loving kindness, right? So that means you really take care of you, someone that you really like, someone that you really love, someone that you really take care of, okay? Or you need to take care of. So you can start from there. That's all. Then he went home, and it was like a kind of Upo Saturday. That means like a kind of full moon day. Okay, full moon day. So that day he usually traditionally they receive the eight precept. Traditionally they receive the eight precept. So with that eight precept, and there is then he went to the his house, and he was doing like meditation, practicing himself at home, and at night he started doing meditation. And now he think, okay, I'm going to do the metta meditation. So he was thinking, okay, so monk said me to start from the person that I really like. Then he said, okay, to whom I like. Then he found that, oh, his wife is very kind to him. His wife is very kind to him, nice to him, really taking care of him. Then he started to do meditation, sending meditation towards his wife. Okay, but at somehow uh, at he started meditation. So what we do is like we recall the qualities of the person, right? We recall because we if we do not have any good point to take care of others, we really don't try to recall that person or remember that person. But somehow we really take care of that person. So we think, okay, may he be happy, she happy. So now he has started doing meditation. But at some point, uh, there is a kind of desire developed in his mind. There is a kind of desire developed in his mind. Then he wanted to see his wife. So it says the whole night instead of now he's a prince. He was doing the meditation. He took the precept. Now he is living the separate rooms, so he's not living with his wife. Then it says the whole night he was trying to break the wall to come to his wife's rooms. Then so then this reported to the monks. So then monk said, you misunderstood what I said. Yes, I said you should start the meditation from the person that you like most, but who's that? Who's there? Who's there? Again, like there was a Buddha's time, there was a story, the king and queen. So King Pasena, the king Kosala, and he asked from his queen, like, is there anyone that you like most? The king was asking queen, is there anyone that you like most? She said, yes, there's someone that I like most. So the king thought, okay, she's going to say me, right? My name or king's or husband. So who? He said, myself. Queen said, myself. What the question was? The king asked queen, is there any person that you like most, you love most? She said, yes. So who is that? Then she said, it's myself. Now king is very upset. With this upset, he went to the temple. And then he's not happy. And Buddha realized. He see Buddha, I mean, it's the human beings, natural human beings. So he said he's not very happy. So Buddha realized somehow with his divine, he saw king is not happy. Then Buddha was asking, is it everything's okay? Why is everything's okay? I see there is a kind of sadness in your face, your mind, any things that make you sad, upset. He said then, yeah, this is happened, this has happened. The whole story he said. Buddha said, yes, it is yourself. Attahi attano nato kuto puttam kuto dana. That means in the Dhammapada again there is one story. It's like people happen to think like puttam matti dhanam matti iti bhalo behind it. Means we have happen to think I am this, that, I have money, I have good jobs, I am success, I have good careers, I have money, bank balance, whatever it is. I have the many friends, I have son, my daughters, or my wife. So sometimes we are happen to proud of it. I mean, so of course, you can be proud, is no problem. The problem is there. Now, Buddha pointed out, you see, sometimes you will not see that you yourself is not belong to you. I mean, even this body is not belong to me. I mean, if belong to me, it's my body. I should able to control my body as I want. Now I know everyone is like to be. I mean, now those days, of course, when we were child, everyone was child want to grow, right? Want a big person, study finish, do job, this nice and blah. But now everyone want to go back right there, right? Sometimes, oh, if I still when we remember those childhood, and sometimes we like to see ourselves in that level, we want to go back there, right? So why, I mean, this is happening because now is it, I mean the puttam mati dhanam mati, that means like uh how to say that we happen to think like I have this and that, but and this but unfortunately, as I said, like this body, I mean ourself is not belong to us. So why? Because you see, when I was child I want to grow, but now I see I don't want to grow anymore. I don't want to become older, or I don't want to see the things change. I don't want to see the my body's shape is changing, my the way of I'm thinking, the way of my living. Or in short, we cannot control even our five aggregate, right? We cannot control even our five aggregates. So, for example, I really eat a lot, drinks healthy foods, eat healthy foods, drink healthy drinks, and I do exercise. Uh, I take the medicine to take care of this body. But at some point, there are so many sicknesses coming. We are getting old. We cannot handle even sometimes hold even a glass of water for some long time. So that means my mind say I should, but it can't. So here is what I want to say is this five aggregates, even if our body is not belong to us. So Buddha said, there are some people happen to think like, means taking the external things, there are things, I have this and that. So they make a kind of pride in mind. But the question is, Buddha said, no, you look clearly like you cannot leave saying so, because at some point they will leave you. Those things will leave you. I mean, those things will go away. Even you cannot take them or bring them to with you. Even you have to leave your own body. Even when you are alive, you cannot control of your body. So how can how can we say like, or how can we make a judgment like, okay, because of this and then I will be safe. Okay, so that's why we have to think, it's me actually who is the first pattern that I need to set the metta. That means I am the person who need to be helped first. So when we listen dharma, when we study dharma, the first person benefited from that dharma is myself. Even like this, now sharing dharma is actually I'm benefiting myself in a way. Like, for example, in a way like recalling all these things, what I'm saying, I have to collect this, and actually I'm the person who reading the first, I'm the person who recalling those memories, and I'm sharing. So when I'm sharing, that is like I calling myself, oh, I also need to be like this. For example, I remember when I was to in Sri Lanka, so I used to go for chanting for the people who are sick in the hospital, or sometimes the people who are um, in the cancer hospital. So when I'm so going there is remember me that, oh, life is like this. Life is like this. So there is we had a many situation or many opportunities to recall myself what the reality of life. So listening dharma, sharing dharma, teaching dharma, the first person benefit is myself. Okay. The first person is myself. So that's why in the Visuddhimagga it says, Attana meva patamang. First towards oneself. That means myself. Okay. And first again he said, Attameva patamang mettaya. That means first one should take oneself as the object of loving kindness. Yes. So to send the metta to others, we have to take myself as an example. Why? I don't like someone blame me. I don't like someone say about something bad about me. I don't like someone gossip about me. I don't like someone talking harsh to me. I don't like someone talking lie about me, right? I don't like someone talking me in that way, wrong ways, right? So the same ways others also don't like. So take oneself as an example. Okay, so that's why we need to understand myself first. We need to give the medicine to ourselves first. Once ourself is ready, then we can send to the others. Okay, so in other way, so metta meditation starts from oneself, our own self. Okay, our own life. So yes, then whom should I develop metta towards? Yes, and then as I said, all the bodies, to all the sentient beings, all the creatures, all the living things, and all the person. So in the Karaniya Suttas, the sutta is given to you, it's already there, or like it's talk a lot like how and to whom we should send the metta. Okay. And here, why we should develop metta? So here there is one sutta is called the metta anisangsa. Anisangsa means the result of developing metta. Okay, there is one discourse called the developing the result of developing metta or loving kindness. So it says there is 11 qualities. So for example, if we develop this metta, one will sleep well. Okay, so if you have good sleep, you will wake up sleep, and you will know, like, the horrible dreams. Okay, you will have no evil dreams. And he is very pleasant to the people. He pleasant to the people, and he also pleasant to the non-human beings, and he is protected by devas. Okay, so unharmed by fire, poisons, or weapons, and attain certain easily, concentration easily, and has a sense of experience, and die with unconfusions. So in short, it's like, if I do metta, I take care of myself, then I know how to take care of myself. How to take care of myself means actually I need to take care of my body plus mind. To take care of body, you will eat properly, sleep properly, and take medicine. If you need to have to take medicine, you will take the properly medicine on time. So if you need like any kind of others exercises, you will do it. In the same time, for the mind also, we check our mind. We need to check our mind time to time, so that the way is actually, as I said, to enter the internal world. Then with that, we will see what's going on in our mind. And if we find out that there are some issues, and if we observe those issues instead of following, then we will able to overcome those difficulties. So I'm talking very surface level. Please, if you have any concern on this, we can have a discussion on this further. Okay, this metta towards oneself. So as I said, like, start from yourself, and it should be extend to others. So there is like 6%, there is 6% that you can send the metta. So start with oneself, extend to the someone who is benefactors, and like someone who did something good for you, and good friends, and neutral person, and a hostile person. Hostile person means that the person, I mean, if you remember that person, it's really make you angry, like if really make you hatred. So we also need to send a metta to that person, but it's not easy to do so. That's why you have to start the point from the person you like, the person that you really take care of. Because once you do it, slowly, you will understand the pattern. Your brain, your minds will work on that line. And with that line, actually, it will be easy for you to send the metta, even the person that you don't like. So it says, listen this carefully. In this classification, in this metta description, it says the person who practice metta, he or she does not have enemies. He or she does not have enemy means not that other people not harming him or her. Other people might hurt or to do something wrong to that person, but as a metta practitioners, you don't see or don't perceive those acts as a enemy acts, as a wrongdoings. You just let it go. But how, why is a big question and need to be discussed further. It's very difficult in the beginning, but if you really start it, yeah, can be done and need to be done. Because if you really need to overcome that suffering, the so-called the holding the anger, you must let it go. And to do that, there should be mental trade. And to do that, the better way is to enter our body, to meditation. Okay. All right. I think we should not go that much far. Very simple. Let me say about something how we are going to do meditation. Then we will do meditate. Uh, Whatever the things here, the same things, and you can just have a look. And those are the very simple sentence actually. Okay, like this, very short, very simple. Today you will sit down and try to with the breathe in, breathe out. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Take some times, and you will notice the short breath, long breath, and then try to see, take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself means send to the metta. I will say some words, just follow them. Like, may I be happy, may I be safe. There might be some kind of difficulties that right now I'm going through. So it's understandable. So may I free from that suffering, something like that. So this is very starting point. So next week also we will continue doing this metta meditation. Maybe there also I will send you more. I will talk you more. But today I want to see that I start with the breathing meditation, like to calm down yourself and see if you really can forgive some of your mistakes. See if you can observe some of the mistakes that you may made, or there is something like self-criticism, especially like I'm not good enough, but why? Like I'm not doing well, I have a lot of suffering, I'm trying my best. I mean, there's a lot of self-criticism. So try to identify few of them and see if you really can forgive yourself regarding that mistake or regarding that decision or regarding that kind of weaknesses. So that will be the like a starting point today. So I don't want you to go more or beyond that level. Okay, is it clear? A starting point will be like breathe in, breathe out. So like you take few breath and settle down your body, and then see if you can send metta to yourself. Of course, at the beginning you don't have to find out your problems. Say, may I be happy, may I healthy, may I peaceful, may I free from suffering. When we talk about the suffering, then you can see what really makes me have suffering. Is it the really external things or internal things? But of course, you will find so many external things that make you suffering. But try to see what is my response? What is something that happening from my side? For example, like most of the time self-criticism. I would say like to say like you feel like I'm not good at these things. But see if you really can live a good life without such kind of criticism, or if I don't have that. For example, you wishing, okay, I need I really, really need this one. I'm working hard. I cannot get that one. How come? So you see, then, oh, can I really be happy without this? What make me to earn these things? Why I'm so suffering to get these things? And why I'm blaming to myself. Okay. Uh, that's what I want to say. But you can have a break. Then during the break or after break, uh, if we want to make a little bit more clarify this, we can talk it, and then we will go for the meditation for 25 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to take your time for more discussion today, but yeah, go for the break a little bit. Then we will go for the meditation. Then those, if you need any clarification more about it, you can have it during the session, during the break or after the break. Yeah, yeah. Please, you. I'm trying my best, but somehow there is a lots of difficulties and lots of suffering I'm going through right now. I have no time to take care of those all suffering. I'm so busy. But now I'm taking care of only myself. Mentally say, when you breathe in, breathe out, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I free from suffering. There might be so many things make us suffering, but all the things is not under my control. But I'm trying my best to overcome all those suffering. But still I'm suffering. Can I let go all those suffering? What if I able to let go all my suffering? You don't have to hang on or hold on all those suffering. Just know yourself that holding those sufferings is very heavy, very tight, very suffering. With a deep breath, put all those suffering to the rubbish bin and come back. I'm here and now. I'm healthy. happy, peaceful. I want to be happy. I try many ways to be happy. I push myself many way and very hard to be happy. But still, there's a lots of heaviness in my life. And let them go all one by one, one by one. When we talking about the suffering, observe your body, how is feeling tight, heavy, cannot hold. See how much I'm suffering. But all this suffering is mind created. Take all those suffering and put into the rubbish bin. Like the things we don't want, we don't like, we throw away. Here, we throw away those suffering mindfully. Take a deep breath. Feel your body sensation. If you are feeling any tightness in your body, you can move a little bit and adjust your body. Come back to the breath and tell yourself, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, may I be free from suffering. And continue doing that for some time. Always remember to come back to your breath with your suffering, with your memory. Don't go too far. Breath is your home. Come back to the home and send the metta to yourself. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamecca. Sakko ujoca sujoca swajoca mudu anatimani. Santoca goca subaroca appakichoca sallauka vutti. Santindriyoca nipakoca appakambo kulesu ananugindo. Nachakundang samacare kinchi yena vinyo pare upavadeyum. Sukino ake mino untu sambe santa bhavantu sukhitanta. Ye kechipana bhutati tasava pavarava anavasesa Digava ye mahantava manchima rasa kanukatula Dikkava yeva adikka ye cha dure vasanti avidure Bhutava sambhave siva sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta Naparoparang nikubeta nati manyeta katta chinang kanchi Vyarosana patiga sanya nanya manyasa dukkha viccheya Mātā niyam puttang āyusā eka putta manurakke evam pitsamba bhutesu pānasang bhavaye aparimānam mettañca sambalo kasmiñ manasang bhavaye aparimānam Undang adoca tiriyanca asambadang avirang asepantang titittancarang nisinnoa sayanoa yavatassa vigatamiddo etang sating aditteya brahmametang viharang idamaho Dittinca anupagamma sīlava dassanena sampanno kāmesu vinayya gīdan nahi jātu gabbaseyam punaretheti Etena sacca vajjena suttite hotu sambada Etena sacca vajjena sambarogo vinasatu Etena sacca vajjena hotu te jaya mangalam Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu